Hi, this is Shoptalk. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Building biology is a concept that is not known to many Filipinos, but in other countries, this science is practiced to make sure that building materials and methods all contribute to a healthy environment. This afternoon, we'll know more about building biology and the things that can be done to have a healthy home and workplace. For this episode, we're joined by Joachim, correct, Herrmann. He's a certified building biologist. Hello, Joachim. I pronounced that correctly, right?
Yes, Pia. Thank you.
Yes, although it's spelled Joachim.
Yes, that's the German spelling.
German spelling.
And wherever I am, people say it in their own local ways.
Okay, but you're Austrian.
I'm German.
Sorry, German.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very close.
Yeah, very close.
Yes.
Okay. And you're a building biologist. Before anything else, this is the first time I heard of, I heard that term, building biologist. What is that exactly?
Building biology is looking at how people's health is affected by their indoor environment. People always think about the world environment and environment in terms of outdoors, but we spend most of our time indoors.
Indoors, at home.
Yes, and we kind of instinctively feel safe, but never think that that interacts with our health and could, be supportive or negative.
All right, you're a biology graduate,
yes,
right, from the University of Hamburg, but you're not a doctor.
No.
No, okay. So, and after you took biology, after you graduated with that major in biology, what did you do?
After that, I traveled, and then I taught as a high school teacher, and I always was interested in building. So I was looking around, and when I came to Australia, I found that there was a course for building biologists, and I went through the course only to find out that it was actually a German course that had been translated into English.
Oh,
so
I see.
It's interesting. I had to travel half the world to
find out that it came from your
right in front
place
of
of birth.
Yes.
I see. And how long has it been offered as a course in these countries? Yeah.
It would have been 10, 20 years.
I see.
Well, see, I did mine 20 years ago almost, and they have revised the course, of course, in the meantime, but that's how long it's been available in English.
Okay. Well, I guess people are more aware of people like you, like building biologists, because, there's this whole, I'm not sure if it's fair to call it a trend, but, there's this movement, I suppose. There's a lot of awareness about the environment, our own impact on the environment, things like that, global warming. So there's that increased awareness, which is why people are more interested now in things you do.
Yes, yes. And it's, we talk a lot about the environment and sustainability and greenhouse gases and all of that. That's all outside. It's very important. But we mustn't forget that in the end, all this is for us. We live on this planet, and we need to look after ourselves and sustain our health. It's not enough to have an ecologically sustainable home if it doesn't sustain us and support and regenerate our life forces.
Yeah. Okay. Today you're going to tell us about what makes a healthy home and a healthy office environment. But before that, please tell us, and I'm sure our viewers are curious now, what brings you here? Well, who brought you here, and what are you in the country for?
I came here invited by Regina
Lopez. Gina Lopez of ABS-CBN Foundation.
Yes.
Okay.
To help her with the children's village in Bantai Bata, and the Bantai Bata building that's being erected just down the road. And we're looking at the eco-village and those projects to make sure that especially the children have the best environment they can possibly have. And I have to say, it's just delightful there. I'm so impressed.
Okay. Well, so like I was saying before that, you're going to tell us what makes a healthy home and a healthy office. Let's begin with the home, no? Well, at home, when we're home, we have all these appliances, all these electronic gadgets. And although we've heard a lot along the way, about how radiation or whatever can be dangerous to our health, but how How serious a matter is it really?
The first thing I'd like to say is that there's no problem with appliances.
Okay.
And I just want to make that clear, not that people suddenly think, oh, my fridge is a horrible thing, I need to be away from my fridge.
My microwave open.
I'm personally, I just love technology, and I have technology everywhere, and I'm using instruments to measure things. So it's not that we shouldn't have technology and go back to the cave age.
Yeah.
It's more about...
It's more about what?
It's more about finding solutions in living with the technology so it doesn't affect our health.
Okay.
And there are solutions other than going back into the Stone Age. House wiring, should I just talk a little bit about?
Yes.
The house wiring can be a health hazard because every wire has an electric and a magnetic field around it. It's like an energy field. And when people sleep in that, it affects their sleep, and then they're not regenerated 100%.
Which is what sleep is supposed to do for you, right?
Yes, and more and more, you would know that out of your own experience, more and more people have sleeping problems. And if they go... I met a Malaysian businessman, and he says, I go back to Malaysia, to the village where I was born. There's no electricity, no running water, and that's where I regenerate. I stay there for 2 weeks, I come out a new human being, and I'm ready to travel the world and do everything I have to do. So that's where he can sleep. That's the only place where he can sleep properly. And in building biology, we are trying to create a sleeping environment for people. That's our emphasis, because we can't avoid living in the modern world. We all do.
Right, yeah.
But if we have a bedroom that sustains good sleep and supports our body and our life functions, then we are ready for another day.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about house wiring, like in the bedroom, are you talking about like the electric cables of, like, for example, the television set in the bedroom? If you have one in the bedroom. I mean, you have lamps, lights in the bedroom, so you have wiring. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we do? I mean, what, short of removing the television set from the room, what?
The wiring, it's always easier if you build a home, then you can just shield the wiring and put it where you're not sleeping. If you already live in an established home, I'd say look at the wires that are just hanging there. That you might have an extension cord that's curled up under the bed. Make that a short wire. I've had a look at some homes here, and one of the issues that I saw in each one of them was the bedside lamp.
Yeah.
The bedside lamp has emitted electric fields